Today we'll be looking at the local multiplayer mode for the Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated multiplayer component. If you want to check out the actual single-player campaign, I'll leave a link in the description. With that being said, can the multiplayer mode stand on its own? Let's find out. The multiplayer mode is a two-player online or offline horde mode with an overhead view. You have a set of characters to choose from, but they each only have two attacks: a ranged projectile and a ground pound. Every character is animated alright with attacks to match the character, such as Squidward playing the clarinet badly to kill enemies. The game is wave-based, so you'll be fighting many of the robots from the single player. Unfortunately, you won't be fighting any new enemy types, which might have paired nicely. As of the time of writing this video for the press copy, there doesn't seem to be any additional modes or maps utilized. In fact, there isn't even a boss fight. The game teased cut content from the original 2003 release, but instead of something fleshed out, we just got everything on the cutting room floor. The Robo Squidward boss fight that was originally going to be in the base game isn't a boss fight so much as it is an enemy unit spawner. It just throws enemies and hazards at you until the game says you can move on. Both players need to stand on these footpads in order to deal damage to Robo Squidward. This is presented to the players time after time, and every time you step on this platform, you destroy one of Squidward's tentacles, destroy all of them, and you win the game. The islands you go to do this are just stitched together assets from the base game and from cut content, such as Patrick's Dream. But it gets worse. The core gameplay is extremely repetitive and short. You can beat the entire mode within 45 minutes. And that 45 minutes feels like forever. Both players dying doesn't hold much consequence either, so you're going to be trapped in hell for a very long time until you finish this godforsaken mode. Because both players dying, only restarts the wave. You're just killing progressively more enemies on very flat maps with nothing interesting going on for them other than light platforming. There isn't any elevation or enemy positioning like there is in the base game to make it interesting. There isn't any fun platforming. There aren't any power-ups. It honestly feels like this mode was just thrown together in less than a month. The fact that they are in any way selling this mode as part of restoring the famous cut content, the requested cut content, is downright misleading to say the least. Alright, we're gonna break the game down for our typical segment here. Quest for the Couch. We do this every time. I'm sure you guys know what I'm going to say. We'll break it down to price, accessibility, and lasting appeal. So for pricing, you're looking at the higher tier, $30. For the single player, the game is somewhat worth that price, considering they did a great job remastering the graphics and animations. But don't factor in the multiplayer into that purchase. It's not even worth your time, let alone your money. For accessibility, well, I can at least say that out of the box, it works fine. Keyboard and mouse is very responsive, which is great if you only have one controller to pass along to a friend. Xbox One and Xbox 360 controllers work just fine. It's also got online multiplayer if you want to torture yourself over an internet connection. Lasting appeal. All the characters play the same. There's only one map, and it's just 45 minutes of fighting the same enemies over and over and over again. This feels like a mode that was just thrown in for kids so that parents wouldn't have to worry about two siblings fighting over playing the game, even though that's still invalid because I'm sure that plenty of them will just get pissed off playing this piece of shit and start destroying the house. It's such a goddamn waste of time. Do not spend your money in any way towards the multiplayer, thinking it will add value to the overall package. It is complete garbage. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. You can check out the single player review in the description. I have nicer things to say about that. I'll see you next time. I'm out.